We know people are going to need respiratory care.
Right.
How much is available here?
You've asked really, I think, the most important question about how to manage the pandemic. How many ventilators do we have? How many ICU beds do we have? How many hospital beds do we have? There are 12,000 hospital beds in Wisconsin. On any given day, 2/3 of those are filled with patients who have other illnesses. We are trying to find ways to make sure that we maximize the open beds so that there's room to accommodate the COVID patients. And one way to do that is to cancel or slow down the rate of doing elective surgeries. If only a small percentage of Wisconsinites are infected with COVID, let's say 5%. We have 6 million people in Wisconsin. That would be 300,000 patients that were infected. If 20% of them need hospitalization, which is about what we know from China and Italy, that's still going to vastly exceed the capacity of our hospital beds. If you've got 4,000 or 5,000 open hospital beds and 30 or 70,000 patients at once who need those beds, we really aren't going to be able to deal with that adequately. And I think that's what you're seeing play out in Italy. So all of the work that we're doing now really is to flatten the curve. We don't need a surge of very ill patients overwhelming the healthcare system. So what we're asking individuals to do and institutions to do is to minimize a rapid spread of the disease. The way that you do that is through social distancing. So you and I are 6 feet apart. That's an appropriate social distancing. We shouldn't be shaking hands with each other. There are other greetings that are perfectly acceptable. You can smile or nod, pat your heart, many other things. People have said elbow bumping is okay, and I've been doing it and seeing it a lot. That actually may not be enough space. So that's one thing that we can do. Large organizations are trying to provide work from home opportunities to maintain their key business functions, but to keep people from unnecessarily having to interact with each other